What is up, everybody? I'm actually pretty excited today. I think this is a big step in the right direction uh, for this entire game, for Warhammer 40K. This is absolutely awesome, and I'm so glad it worked out the way that it did for me because I was one of the people that was interested in a Chaos Knights army. They just look sweet, I could pose them up next to Custodes and make a nice scene of it. Uh, Also, what's really nice about this is you have 1,000 points in a box. Like right now, if one of my friends seriously came to me and was like, "All right, I want in. I want an army to fight against you guys in the games that you run. I got a couple $100. This would be it, right? Because there is like 1,000 points in this box. I haven't done all the math yet, and that is like 1,000 points between three models because you're getting this guy and you're also getting, let's see, the Dogs of War. And you can make them, I think they can be up to 3 different classes, each one of these can. I was looking at the instructions, you can build them as one of any 3. So lots of great options there. They have like a hand-to-hand combat, the Carnivore, where he's got an extra attack. He's got close quarters weapons that are more effective. And then you have the shooty one. What do they call the brigade or something? I don't know. But they're rocking 2 guns that are looking pretty damn effective. And then they kind of have one that's like an in-between where you're probably going to have, I think, that machine gun anyway. And then you're going to have a close quarters combat. So it's a nice mix depending on what you want to do with the War Dogs. And obviously there's the Codex here. The limited edition Codex. Ooh. It does have some cool art and stuff like that. But personally, Games Workshop tries to price this as a $90 value because it's limited edition. I don't. For me, this is like a $50, $60 book, whatever they're selling it for. And even with that, oh yeah, it also comes with data cards. So, there's another $25 or whatever they're charging for those. All in all, what was cool about this is there's actually some savings here, right? Because this guy is $170 alone or something like that. These guys are $85 alone, which pretty much pays for the box. And then you have the $90 Codex, which I only give a $50 value to, and some cards. So you have like $75 to $100 worth of value there, extra value there, depending on how you look at it. So you are saving something here. Right, you're saving enough to at least buy another box of the Warhounds. So that is pretty cool to actually see some real savings in a box, not some, well, you're saving $7 or something like that, right? And typically in 40K, I mean, how much do you think a 1,000-point army would cost you? It would be more than a couple $100. That's for sure. And the book, let's not forget like the book and like data cards. So good value, but really what this does is just make the game more accessible to people that just have a couple $100 to throw. And yeah, you can feasibly have a very good army at that too. So I'm looking at this book. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do here. And what I was personally really happy about, right, because I didn't know how any of these things were going to be statted out. I didn't know all the changes. I mean, I looked up a few things online, but you never know till you know, and you got the book in your hand, right? I was looking at like the HQs, the leaders that you would have, these crazy big, knights. And out of all of them, this is like the one that I would play, hands down, like absolutely awesome. Because this guy is a psyker, so that is a big deal. He's like one of the only knight psychers, so you might as well take advantage of that. It is something that Chaos can do, and he has a very, very awesome looking model. I cannot wait to put him together. This will be the biggest Warhammer model I have ever put together and painted and all of that, so it's going to be a special project. This is actually going to be a pile of shame just for a minute because I have Custodes to finish, and I have a Sylvaneth Fantasy Age of Sigmar army and Skaven. My buddy, good friend of mine, wants to play The Fantasy Warhammer, and I did see it is like a different rule set. So we wanted to try that out, and they're dropping an amazing box set for Fantasy that is actually even cheaper, I believe. It's like $40 or $50 cheaper than this. And I guess Fantasy is just priced a little bit less. Regardless, as far as 40K standards go and how much everything costs in Warhammer 40K, this is a huge effing deal. So I'm pretty excited about this. And like I said, once I actually went through, what stopped me in the past from getting into these is, well, the Forge World models are like $600, $400 to $600, depending on which ones. And let's see, it was a Night Tyrant. I was looking at a Night Tyrant on Forge World. I think it made them come down in price a little bit. But the Night Tyrant is like $170. It's about as much as this guy is. And he's a really cool looking model, but the problem is it's from Forge World. And I got a thing against Forge World. They messed up my grav tank so bad, and it took 7 months to get sorted out that, like, no, I just couldn't do it. Because if they can't get parts like that right, like something this big in their resin, man, anything that's that size is going to have warps in it all over the damn place. So that's another awesome thing. This is from Games Workshop, not from Forge World, as I just said. So I know that I can open this and I can see nice, clean, pristine pieces here. And look at that. That's exactly what we see. All of this looks great. I don't see, I've looked all through this before, but there's nothing bent, there's nothing warped, there's nothing broken. I can't say that about Forge World. Forge World comes in, I have to open it, I have to look over every goddamn thing, and, most of the time I'll find something warped, and that's just not the case here. So, it's going to be really hard for me to get a Night Tyrant now, because I personally could never see myself running two of these big knights together. I think I would run this army with one of these as a leader, because there's so many points. Like this guy alone is 430 points base, butt naked, with nothing, with no extra points for like dark favors or anything like that. No weapon upgrades, no mark, no nothing like that. So 430. The Night Tyrant is 580 or something like that, like right under 600 points, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like 150 points more. That's a whole War Dog. And a War Dog, I mean, they're nothing to spit at. They're the smaller guys, and I think those are what are going to win games for you, because they're going to be able to get objectives for you. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Or I might have taken the chance on I'm almost tempted to try to buy a Night Tyrant used, because then if everything's warped to shit or not. Like maybe somebody out there managed to get a good kit from them, and I don't know. I'm just going to be really happy with this for now, just because, psychic powers are great, and what this guy can do is absolutely fantastic. I was looking through, especially if he is of the Tzeentch type, and why wouldn't he be? I think he has something in there that gives him an extra psychic power to use every turn, so he'll be throwing 3 of them. He can buff, he can, throw out damage. I think he's damn near an auto include. So it's very cool that this guy ended up being the one in the box, right? I knew he looked cool. I knew he was an amazing model. I didn't know that going through the whole book, if I had to choose one HQ unit to run, this would be number one. Even next to that Tyrant. The Tyrant, I think, has like better guns. And I think he has some more wounds on him, and I think he has a better armor save. He has a 2-up. But I believe this guy can buff himself and give him shields and augment himself with psychic powers. He's got a few wounds less, but he costs 150 points less, and he can do the whole psychic thing. So I think for what I'm trying to do, this is going to be more effective, because I should be able to buff War Dogs. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but very happy with this box set, because you get everything all together, ready to go, 1,000 points, and you get, arguably, in my opinion, one of the strongest HQs that they're giving you. So I just think this is great. This is a great value for Warhammer 40K. And, it restores a little bit of my faith into Games Workshop. I'm never going to be happy about Forge World, And according to Warhammer Man Studios, Forge World is about to go bye-bye, baby. They's about to get destroyed. And that kind of makes sense. Maybe that's why I had the terrible experience I had with them, because they're a sinking ship, only worried about keeping as much money as they can and not having to do anything for it, I guess. I don't know. That's not the case with Games Workshop. They're still trying to, make customers happy, I guess, and put out a good product. I've never gotten like really warped and broken parts from Games Workshop. Let me just be clear there. It's only happened with Forge World. And that was a damn shame, because like I said, hey, the Forge World Knights are like $600. They're not $170. They're not like right under $200. They're like $500 and $600. So, and then they're made out of that resin, and they have a track record of sending out broken stuff. So it would just scare the shit out of me. So I'm very happy with this. That's my suggestion. If anybody wants a 1,000-point army, bam. If you want a really, really badass model to put together and paint, I can't wait to try my luck airbrushing this model. It's going to be a while, but and hey, the war dogs that come with this, very awesome little models, and I just think they look cool. All right, all of them together, it is just solid. They're going to look great posed up with a bunch of custodians around them. And they will definitely be fun to run. So, yeah, wanted to put the word out there. This is out there. Anybody that wanted to get into 40K, right now, it's a pretty good deal on an army. I don't think you'll find another 1,000-point box for this much. This thing, you can pick this box up on eBay, I think, for like $225, $30.